All right, what's up, everybody? It's episode 15 of the Binary Sunset Podcast.
What's
I'm here
up?
with my
What's
huh?
up?
Oh,
What's up?
I'm here with my counterpart from the '90s, Zach Ewell.
What's up?
What's up? Indeed.
Yep.
Yeah. So we we once again last minute couldn't think of what to do.
And this
This
is not
week-
even this is not even a day before plan. Like we didn't plan this out like a day.
Oh
from
yeah,
now. Like,
this is actually so technically we usually record on Mondays. Today's Wednesday, recording the night before we're supposed to release it, so
Yep.
it's fresh off the presses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once again, this is just our time waiting for more Disney content so that we can mooch off of them. But
We're
yeah,
starving
yeah,
right
so
We're just starving. We're starving.
yeah,
starving
pretty
as
much.
fans.
Yeah, we're kind of drowning, but yeah, so we usually, we had like the whole docket of different stuff to do. We weren't prepared. It's been a busy week for both of us. So we thought we'd do something fun and a little mindless.
Yes.
I know I'd mentioned it because I've been seeing certain things on the internet recently that I thought might be fun to kind of talk about. But yeah, so the crux of this episode, if you want me to explain it,
yeah. Just do it.
so it's basically two truths and a lie. I don't know if anybody's played that game before, but it's like we're gonna do it with Star Wars fan theories about like what's going on, at Lucasfilm or whatever, George Lucas and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
The internet's riddled with them. So yeah, we're gonna do two truths and a lie, where we both have two actual theories that are floating around the internet, that sound ridiculous, and then we also will each come up with one fan theory that doesn't exist but could be believable.
Yep.
On Reddit or whatever. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna go first.
All right. Do it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go for it.
I guess. Does any of
Oh,
yours
yeah.
have to do with Jar Jar Binks?
No.
Good. Okay. Now we're not overlapping then.
Well, yeah, we talked about that before. How this conversation could potentially just devolve into Darth Jar Jar, but
that's gonna be mine. So that's gonna.
so
be
mine are less like mine are yours more like actual like story based?
Some of them, yes.
Okay, because all of mine, I've been inspired recently by certain stuff in the quote unquote news.
Oh boy.
About like things and I normally don't like talking about stuff surrounding Star Wars. I think you and I both agree. Like we like talking about Star Wars, like actual Star Wars.
Yeah.
But sometimes things are just too funny that it's we gotta just talk about them sometimes.
All right. I'm excited.
Okay, cool. So, I'm just gonna go for it.
Go for it.
So, my first fan theory is that Jon Favreau is reportedly gearing up to sideline all the Lucasfilm execs and cancel the High Republic series. All of it. The comics, the books, anything upcoming with them.
Huh.
He's just gonna cancel it all because it's just a mess right now, right, Zach?
That would suck because I'm on the fourth comic book of the High Republic, so that would
Yeah.
be
How you
for
like
me.
it?
I enjoy it a lot. I mean, it's definitely more kiddish, but that's what Star Wars is. So anyway, that would suck for me.
Yeah. So that's reportedly going on, mixing brewing and Lucasfilm.
Can I just jump to saying this is bullshit?
You could, but why don't we wait till the for the last two?
Okay, yeah. Let's do the last two.
Okay, so, all right. I mean, okay, but also to be fair, they all kind of sound like bullshit.
Okay.
Because technically they are all bullshit. They're all made up in a way, but like
just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The second one is that Kathleen Kennedy is reportedly, according to many news sources, that I can't cite. Kathleen Kennedy is assembling an army of woke warriors to go into all crevices of the Star Wars internet and edit out, like, Wikipedia, like fandom stuff, whatever, and completely erase the prequels and the original trilogy and name the sequel trilogy the original trilogy.
Yes.
I see the cogs turning.
When I hear that, I hear just like all the angry Star Wars, all the toxic Star Wars fans, and some that have a right to be mad at her. But I hear just Ben Shapiro in my head, just complaining about that. So
yeah.
I'm just telling. I mean, is this Ben Shapiro?
So that's like.
Did he say this?
No. Then none of these people. Unfortunately, I don't really tune into that corner of the internet. But so that's sounding.
Here's the thing. Kathleen Kennedy. SJW.
Does he talk about her? Does he ever talk about?
I'm sure he does. I need to work on my impression of him also, but
you didn't do that bad of a job. It's kind of like a high pitched Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, okay. So
let's hear the next.
That one, I guess, sounding by your kind of tone, that's a believable one. Semi-believable one. That's surrounding the internet. Okay. All right. Here's my final one.
Okay.
Is that, and I think you probably have heard this. This is actually what inspired the whole thing.
Okay.
Brie Larson is being cast in the upcoming series of Star Wars films as the main protagonist.
I would believe that too.
And also that she's going to be more powerful than any Jedi ever, especially Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, or people talking about it.
Yeah, mind you, once again, I have to say this again. None of these are have actually been corroborated by any legitimate.
This is too hard.
It's a hard one.
Mine are going to be so easy compared to yours.
I tried to.
I think the way you framed the first one is Jon Favreau going in and like firing everybody. That just sounds too much like QAnon, like Donald Trump was going like he was in the deep state and he was gonna like fire and have all these mass arrests of all these people, all these elites. So that makes me think that it could be real, but at the same time, I'm just gonna say the first one is the fake one that you made up.
Okay. Well. And I may insert a drum roll.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Ooh. Okay, it's Kathleen Kennedy one.
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's okay.
That is the fake one that I came up with.
The fake one is Kathleen Kennedy. Okay, can you at least tell me where this Jon Favreau one is? This
that one came from. I had the first one with Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And I had come up with the second one. Or I'm sorry, the first one the second one that I said, Kathleen Kennedy, which is the fake one.
Yeah.
But I was like struggling to find another one. So I went. Have you ever heard of Mike Zero?
No, I mean.
Okay, well, when after this, I'm gonna send you some links.
Great, I don't know.
He's an interesting fellow.
Okay.
Posts a lot of theories, like 3 times a day. Wacky shit.
That's just QAnon. This is like,
and so I was like, sorta. He's just he's basically he's just a Star Wars conspiracy theorist, and he's been doing it for years now, and it is mind-boggling. How
I should have saw through this. That this connects too much to real life.
I mean, his YouTube channel is a wealth of so many different bullshit theories. It's a wealth of knowledge. So that's why I figured I'd go there. So he was the one that said that Jon Favreau is gonna discontinue the High Republic.
Okay.
I don't understand why people.
Jon Favreau,
are people mad about the Rock person?
Jon Favreau to me sounds like somebody who would be like into the idea of like doing weird and new stuff with Star Wars, which the High Republic kind of is. So I mean, I don't see it actually happening, but I guess
I also just don't think he cares.
Yeah, I mean, like, he just does it. You can. It's the universe is ever expanding. It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Like Star Wars is not pure. Star Wars lost its purity when the Star Wars Holiday Special aired, folks. I hate to tell you this. Like, if you think Star Wars is the most pure thing ever, watch the Holiday Special, which is now is it on Disney Plus? Did they
No, they didn't put it on there.
No, I think next year they're gonna put it on or something like that.
I really hope so.
Yeah, I know they put.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they didn't. But what I think they did put on. Have you watched any?
I have not. I should probably.
So I don't know if you saw the story that I put on our Instagram.
I did.
I was watching Caravan of Courage, which I'd never. I've spent years trying to get my hands on a physical copy of that, and then all of a sudden I was like on Instagram and I was scrolling through and I'm like I saw like that they put on that stuff and I'm like, oh my god. I know what I'm doing with my Saturday night, which is exactly what I did. Couldn't get through it. It's really bad.
Is it boring?
It's very boring.
I'm just imagining the Holiday Special. That's all I see.
In a lot of ways, it's similar to that because, I think George has this really annoying knack for, and as much as we love him, he's got this really annoying knack for taking out or not even including subtitles for aliens to where they're just making these grunting weird noises and you're supposed to just understand what's going on because I think he wants to like keep it pure, but like no, we need some context for what's going on. So it's just Ewoks like, talking to each other in Ewokese for most of it.
Ewokese. That's funny.
Wicked's in it.
Yeah, I know that. Speaking,
it's hard to watch.
Segueing, speaking of Legends, one of mine has to do with Legends.
Cool. All right, yeah, let's jump into yours then.
Mine, drum roll, is Jar Jar Binks oriented.
Okay.
And it has 2 truths and a lie. And
are all 3 of them Jar Jar Binks?
They are. Yes, they are. They are all 3.
I'm down for that.
So, I will do the first one. I have them open on my tabs. Cool. So, the first one is the character of Jar Jar Binks, as we know him, was inspired by George Lucas's first wife, who kept a lizard pet in a giant jar during the filming of Return of the Jedi. And that's what inspired the name. Jar Jar. Lizard in a jar.
I could see how that's real. Mm-hmm. But also, I don't know. I feel like I've heard something about like him basing it off of his like ex-wife, but I just feel like that's so mean.
Well, his ex-wife's lizard, like not
right.
Not his actual ex-wife.
Well, yeah. When you were starting to say that, I was like, oh, Jesus, George. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put a pin in that one, and you just keep going.
So the next one is that, and this is more of a Legends thing, and you may know it, is that Jar Jar Binks' dad, George R. Binks, almost committed suicide on an island with his son, and he just couldn't take Jar Jar's stupidity anymore.
Well, are we talking canon? Or is just anything?
Anything.
Okay, I know that is real.
You know that is real. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Because I know I've seen that before. I'm pretty sure you sent that to me before.
Are you sure he didn't kill himself?
Wait. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that then?
Yeah, it said George R. Binks.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks' dad.
Yeah.
Was stuck on an island with Jar Jar, and Jar Jar pissed him off so much that he attempted suicide.
So, okay, is that like I'm trying to think if that was a joke or if that's an actual Star Wars created piece of content. Because I feel like they wouldn't make that, but I know I've seen that somewhere. Okay, I think that's real because I feel like that's just way too wacky for you to... That's way too specific. Okay, I'm gonna say real for that one.
All right, you're gonna say real. Okay, and then the last one is this goes into one of the fan theories of when Jar Jar Binks was thought to be a Sith Lord.
Okay.
And it's basically in the Clone Wars, one of the fan theories is that Jar Jar Binks hypnotized, used a force, what is it called? Force? I forgot. Jedi mind trick. He used the Jedi mind trick, but a Sith, aka a Sith a Sith mind trick, to trick the entire Senate into giving Palpatine reign in Attack of the Clones because of his hand movements.
Okay, I think that one's real.
You think that one's real?
Yeah. So I'm gonna okay, and the first one, remind me of the first one again. Oh, the Jar Jar thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's based off Lizard that George Lucas's wife had.
I'm gonna say that one's fake.
That one's fake.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Am I wrong? I mean, I'm not sure. These are actually, you were so sure that this was gonna be easy. This is actually kind of hard. The third one I knew, obviously. That one's real. But the first two are a little tricky.
You're right. The first one is
I'm right?
Yeah, the first one is lie. I made that up.
That's, yeah. Because I'm almost positive.
I think I did send you. It is a Legends comic where it has it's called, honestly, it's my favorite part of it. I read some of it and watched a video on it where it's Jar Jar, basically Jar Jar Binks or George R. Binks has a shipping company where he harpoons alien whales in the high seas. And because Jar Jar Binks is at the helm, he's steering the ship, they crash, and it's George R. Binks, his wife, who he doesn't like, and then his son, who he doesn't like. And he strangles Jar Jar Binks several times because he hates him so much. And then
it's like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, it's literally Homer Simpson. And then one time during they're stranded, he encourages Jar Jar Binks to swim for help because he thinks Jar Jar Binks will just kill himself, he'll just die in the ocean swimming for help. And then eventually,
but he has to know that Gungans are good swimmers.
Well, he is a Gungan, but the funny thing is, in the comic, he doesn't talk. He does not talk like a Gungan. He talks like an actual human. So it's kind of weird. But...
Well, apparently, I heard recently that all Gungans don't have that same dialect. It varies from different parts on Naboo.
I believe it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to get around.
Can't do it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's funny. The first one was tricky because it seems almost believable enough.
Yeah.
But
was it the jar? The lizard in the jar?
The jar thing. There's no way George did that literally. Oh, jar. Although, I guess I wouldn't put that past him, but
I don't know. I can see him doing it. It's
no, that was clever. That was a good little bunch.
Thank you.
Definitely trickier than I thought. So yeah, all right. Well, that's pretty much Two Truths and a Lie.
Yeah.
Fan theories edition. I kind of like this. We should keep it going.
Yeah.
With other stuff. I'm not really sure what else to use as theme. Well, we can figure it out. But anyway, so on the docket coming up, obviously in less than a month, it's May the 4th / the Bad Batch premiere. We got 2 episodes that week, so we'll have plenty of content to cover.
Yep.
Finally. And then you also, we were talking about this earlier, that you have to finish the Clone Wars, and I'm gonna try to help you out with that. I'm putting this on here. I'm putting this on the podcast right now because it's extra incentive for you to do this because you're gonna be so lost.
Okay,
with the Bad Batch.
I'm gonna be lost in the sense of watching a 30-minute episode picking apart every single scene, like Easter egg and scene from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be lost though. I think I understand the background of what happens.
You know nothing. Let's just try. I think it's gonna take a deceptively short amount of time to get through Clone Wars.
All right.
It's a quick watch. I mean, there's 7 seasons, but it's like they're short episodes. Like they're short. Like they're
The last time I watched it, it was on Cartoon Network. Just to give you a
we'll put that into perspective for you, for you youngsters out there.
Back in my day,
I actually never. I was like of the. I mean, we're the same age, but I felt like I was too old when that came out on Cartoon Network.
I did
never
too,
even bothered.
but I was like, it's Star Wars. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I found it later in life, but So that's pretty much the episode. Episode 15 in the books. Anything else?
No. That's it.
Fuck it. Bye.
Bye. We said bye-bye.